Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new. Thank you for joining us. So it's a very exciting time of the year. It's almost Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day. It's probably second to Christmas. Christmas is my favorite time of year. But anyway, so in today's video, we're going to do some basic Valentine's Day nail art that you can do in the salon with your clients. Won't take you too long to paint them at all. And they're fairly easy to do so long as you just keep practicing. So we're going to go through 3 different designs and I'll run you through them step by step so that you can follow along if you are. And also I'm going to be posting them up on my Instagram and my Facebook as well. So you've also got a reference image if you want to go back to them as well. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you are notified every time I upload a video. And go ahead and give this video a like if you enjoy it as well. You can also hit me up on my socials, my Instagram and my Facebook. They'll be linked down below in the description box if you want to go over to them and give me a follow. Otherwise, let's get on with the video. First Valentine's Day artwork I'm going to show you how to do. So we've got 3 different designs. All 3 of them are very easy to do in a salon and they won't take too long either. So it'll be really good if you need a quick design for your client and you can't spend hours hand painting. So I'll go through and I'll show you how to do all of these different Valentine's Day designs. So I've already prepped my nails. As the base color I have used the Jelly Fit. This is the number. It's like a nude brownie color. And then I've also put a matte top coat over the top. Now when painting nail art, I highly recommend that no matter what the surface is of your nail, whether it's acrylic or you've just put gel polish on, I highly recommend that you put a matte top coat over the top before you start doing hand painting. It just helps to keep the surface smooth, and also the hand painting sits really well on a matte top coat. If you're going straight onto acrylic is very porous, so the gel polish will sink straight into the acrylic and it'll actually end up spreading, so you're not going to get those really fine lines that you get if you use a matte top coat. So our first design that we're going to do is going to be some hearts. So I don't know if you can see in the camera, we've got the big red balloon heart, and then we've also got some pink hearts around it as well. Looking at that, I might not put that heart there in, so I'll just leave it at the 2. So I'll show you how to do this design. So for this design, I'm using the same shape. So it's sort of like a tapered squared shape. I just used a long stiletto and I just trimmed off the end. So for this, we're going to need our palette. So we're going to need our palette. I also have my dotting tools as well. So different sizes, and I'll show you what I do with them. Then I also have my very fine brush. This is the one from, focus, this is the one from Brilbird. 0 from Brilbird. Oh, that's really difficult to say. So this is going to be the main brush I use for all of my designs. And then I also have a cleanup brush, which is my line brush from, also from Brilbird. So there. So that's my line brush. So I'm going to use this to clean up for all of the artworks as well. All right. So to start off with, we're going to get our red gel polish, and we're going to create the big red heart in the middle. So placing it on the palette. What I'm going to do is, to create the heart, you're going to use your dotting tool. So because it's a big heart, I'm going to use the large end of my dotting tool. And we're going to place it into our paint just just to sort of cover up the very end of it, like so. Then where your heart, so if you see here, we're looking to place the dots in these areas here. So this is where our dotting tool, we're going to place our first bit of paint in these areas here. So with our dotting tool, finding the middle, about there, just creating a dot. And same on the other side. So you don't want them too far apart, but you also don't want them right next to each other. You don't want them right next to each other either. So you want to put a bit of space in there and place our dot there. Make sure they're even in size. Make sure they're even in size roughly. Then we're going to grab our line tool, dip it into our red paint, making sure you've got some good paint in the bristles. Then we're just going to take these dots that we've created here. We're going to drag them down to the point of the heart. And same with this side. Oops. So remember, any mistakes you make, you can clean up, or you can use them to your advantage and create a bigger heart as well. So like that. Then we're going to create, connect the dots in the top. To create the top part. So there you have your basic heart shape. So this is where you can use your brush and you're going to go through and you're just going to create the size heart that you want. So I'm going to make mine a little bigger around the edges here, and I'm just going to tidy up around the top as well. And there's our heart in the middle. So I'm going to cure this. With a small mistake. So I'm going to create these little pink hearts using the same technique, but just a lot smaller as well.
A smile upon your face, and I see something shimmering in your eyes. And they say if you want to glimpse the future, you need space. And you said you'll put down your morning guns. Would you follow me to wander? Take my hand and walk beside find it hard to not give in. So the days became weeks, it felt just like the night before. You were slowly fading in my mind. When you left, I was so completely gone, but now I'm sure you were some of the best of things to find.
So next we're going to create the white highlight that's on the balloon over here. So to do that, we're going to mix some of our top coat. So you might remember seeing this in my color mixing video. So I'm going to take some of my top coat, just place it on my palette. Oops. Then I'm going to take some of my white, just place it next to it. So we want to create a very transparent white color. You don't want it pure white. This is just a highlight that's on the balloon. So for this, because we don't need a lot, we're just going to use our dotting tool to mix it. So taking our dotting tool, just going to take some of the white and place it off to the side of the top coat. I don't know if you can see, but the top coat sort of goes all the way around there. So just going to keep mixing top coat in until I find a transparency that I like. That's about right. So once you've got that, then we're going to grab our brush and our nail. So for me, our light is going to be coming from this side. So our highlights are going to be on this side of the balloon and our shadows along this side of the balloon. All right, so grabbing that transparent white that we just mixed. So you don't need a lot. And we are just going to place the line here. So I don't know if you can see that. Probably a little too transparent, so I'm going to go to this one. So I'm going to just get excess off my brush. There. And then just place it there. And then, I don't know if you can see that, focus. And then we're just going to place a dot underneath it. So I don't know if you can see that. Oh gosh. I don't know if you can see that, but we're just creating a highlight along this side of the heart. So now we're going to do the same technique with our black. So creating a very translucent black. So I'm just going to put some over here. I might get more because we need to use it. So using our dotting tool again, I'm going to grab some black, mix it into our clear over here. So I don't need a lot, so I'm not making a large amount, so just a very small amount. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to grab some of that on the brush. So shadows are going to fall along this side here. So we're going to go along, here, creating our shadow, and also creating a shadow in here as well. So I don't know if you can see that. Let's wait for it to focus. I went a bit past the red there. So all I'm going to do is grab my cleanup brush, and I'm just going to wet it with some cleaner. And just going to take off that excess that's gone past the red there.
A fever rush inside me when I see her.
So now we're going to create our string coming from the balloon and also the little bow that's around it. So for this, I'm using a longer brush. As you can see, it's a lot longer. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to drag it through the black. I don't want to dab it in. You want to drag it through because you want to get a nice fine line and a nice neat line. You don't want to end up with any clumps of gel polish at the very end. You want it to be spread out throughout the whole length of the brushes. So to do that, we're just going to dab it in, give it a bit of a wipe just to get rid of any major excess. So then using that, we're going to start at the top. Now you have a choice. You can start here, or you can turn it upside down, or you can start here. It's completely up to you. So I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to go from thicker on my brush, creating a bit of a swirl up to the balloon. So as you can see, it's not quite a complete line, which is fine. You can go back over it, so putting more paint in your brush. I'm going to do it the other way this time. And we're going to go and down. Then using the same brush, we're going to create the little bow. So you have a choice. You can use your same brush, or you can go back to your shorter brush that we were using when we created the hearts. It's up to you. So I'm going to use the same brush, and you just got to create sort of like a teardrop shape. I struggle with a brush to go all the way around, so I do mine in 2 parts. So as you can see, I've made a bit of a mistake there. So right there. So again, grabbing my line brush, just going to do a tidy up there. So grabbing my brush again, just going to go back over it. And then doing it the other side. Again, creating like a teardrop shape. Like so. So it doesn't matter if they're different sizes. Gives it a little bit of a uniqueness. Then again, using the same brush, or you can go back to your smaller brush, we're going to create the little strings that are on the bow. like so. And there's your first Valentine's Day nail art.
I'm a dice roll, and I can feel my heart skip a beat or two. I don't know how to breathe. I don't know how to breathe.
So the second artwork we're going to be creating is this one. So I'm going to show you how to make the lips. So this one I used glitter on it just to give it that little extra sparkle. So I'll show you how to do that as well. So again, I've got my prepared nail tip. And I've got the same palette that I was using for the first nail art. We're going to use a lot of our red as well. So I'll put more red on. So for the lips, we're going to be using our dotting tool again, but we only need a smallish size. So I'm going to go with this size. I'm not sure what sizes they are, but I'm going to go with that. So we're going to use our dotting tool. So we're going to use our dotting tool to create the top of the lip. So dipping into our dotting tool, dipping into our red paint. And what we're trying to create is the very top of the lip. So these two parts here. So grabbing our dotting tool, we're going to place the first dot and then placing our second dot. So very similar to the hearts. We don't want them too far apart, but you also don't want them really close as well. Then using our same brush that we used in the first artwork, dipping it into our red. And what we want to do is we want to create the top lip. So to create the top lip, we're going to first join up these two to create the top of the lip. Then we also know that the lip sort of has a lump here, which then goes up and down like so. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So this is where I'll flip the nail over. Now, if you're doing this on the client, obviously you can't flip the nail over. So just position your client's hand the best you can. So we're going to go down like so. So once we've got that, then we're going to take the top and we're going to join it down. I got a bit of black in there. That's all right. Doing the same on the other side. Now, the shape of your lip is completely up to you. So you can do more of a smiling mouth, which means that these corners over here would be further up, so they'd curve up. So I'm just going to fill that in with gel polish. Like so. So there's our top lip. Then to create the bottom lip is slightly smaller than the top lip. So putting our brush in the gel polish, we're going to grab some paint, not too much. And then the bottom lip, like I said, is slightly smaller. So we're going to go from here to here. So as you can see, it's sitting inside the sides of the top lip. Then we're going to create the bottom, making it thicker, like so. So now what I might do is just going to bring this a bit further up, just close to the top lip, just to make it a bit larger. And there you go. So now I'm not going to cure it, just going to put a bit more paint, gel polish in here, because we're going to put glitter over it. So using a fine red glitter, this one is from the nail shop, Laser Glitter Size Fine. Just going to move my palette out of the way. Glitter tends to go everywhere. And I'm going to grab a cuticle tool. So you want something that you can scoop the glitter out and sort of tip it over the top. Then grabbing my tip. So remember, I haven't cured this because the glitter is going to stick to the gel polish. And we're just going to put glitter over the gel polish. Like so. So it's very messy, but you don't want to touch it. Just make sure all your gel polish is covered. Give it a bit of a tap to clean it off.
I let you down, and I know that I was not always around.
So once it's cured, you want to grab a fairly rough brush. So I'm using this one. This is what I use to normally clean the nails after I file them, because you want to make sure you get all of the excess glitter that's sitting around it. Now you don't need to worry about taking any glitter off the lips, because remember, it's in the gel polish, so it's cured in the gel polish. So we're just going to take that and we're just going to brush all the excess off. And there you go. So this is a raw glitter. So now you have a choice of leaving it like that, so because you've already got a top coat on your base color, or if you want, you can put a top coat over the top. I would recommend a gloss to make the glitter stand out, but I'm very happy with that one.
I made you feel alone. You spent most of your nights just sitting on your own. I should have done
so. For our third artwork, we're going to be doing candy hearts. So let's see if I can get it to focus. There you go. So we're going to be doing some candy hearts, as you can see here. So these are really easy. So it's using the same techniques from the first nail art, and then using a very fine brush for the line work as well. So as you can see, I've cleaned off my palette. So we're going to start again. So for these candy hearts, I'm going to be using these three colors. So that's those two. And this one is that. So you can find these at the Jellyfit website.
Like giving you the things you asked before, and I know I was wrong. It's what I try to tell you with my song, tell you with my song. What if I said I'm sorry? What if I'd make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? You're all I'll ever need. Didn't I make you laugh? Didn't I make you smile? Didn't I make you feel like you were happy for a while? I know that I've done so many things that let you down.
So for this design, I'm going to use the same technique as the first video, but as you can see here, let me swap hands. As you can see on this side, we have this extra section of the heart, which means you need to make this side of the heart a lot bigger than that side to compensate for this additional section of the heart here. So this is the side of the candy heart that you get. So we're just sort of using it to create a bit of a 3-dimension. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and create all 3 of those hearts.
I hope that you give me one more chance to make you mine. When I close my eyes, you know that you're the only thing I see, and it makes me cry to think that you are no longer with me. What if I said I'm sorry? What if I make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? All I ever need. Didn't I make you laugh? Didn't I make you smile? Didn't I make you feel like you were happy for a while? I know that I've done so many things that let you down, but I hope that you give me one more chance to make you mine. What if I said I'm sorry? What if I said I'm sorry? Whoa, 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 whoa. What if I said I'm sorry? What if I said I'm sorry? What if I said I'm sorry? What if I make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? You're all I ever need. Didn't I make you laugh? Didn't I make you smile? Didn't I make you feel like you were happy for a while? What if I said I'm sorry? What if I make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? You're all I ever need. Didn't I make you laugh? Didn't I make you smile? Didn't I make you feel like you were happy for a while?
Like the fire in a cheetah, like a star about to fall. A fever rush inside me when I see her. I'm a dice to roll, and I can feel my heart skip a beat or two. I don't know how to breathe, I don't know how to breathe, and I can feel within I am black and blue. Can't explain what she released, can't explain what she released when she said, a song on the radio, out on the patio, we'll find a dream to seize. It's the way she makes me feel when I see the way she's moving. I can feel it to my bones, like a shiver, oh, the image of our fusion. In a moment we stole, in a moment we stole. And I said, spin me, spin
now that we've cured all of that, we're going to grab our black and we're going to do our outline. So just putting a little bit of black on our palette. So for the outline, I'm going to be using a very fine brush. So this one here, as you can see, it comes to a very fine point. So I've actually trimmed this myself to create a finer point. The problem, because there's not a lot of hairs at the very end, it does mean that it doesn't hold as much paint. So you'll see me go back into the gel polish quite often. But it's going to really help to create those fine lines. So I'm just going to go ahead and outline all of them, remembering that you do have this extra line over here, just to sort of create that side wall of the heart. So the trick with outlining is making sure that you're not pushing all the way down on the brush, because then it's going to create a thick line. You want to keep your brush up. You want to use the very tip of the brush to create those really fine lines. So making sure that your brush is sort of at a, I'll show you, sort of at a 45-degree angle, if that's it. But you don't want it flat like that. You want it up, so that it uses more of the very tip of the brush.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable. Used to do. No, you couldn't stand tall.
So once you've done that, you can then go ahead and add in any text that you might want in the middle of the heart.
I think I told you not to trust her. She's all about that game. Don't go and fall in love with that girl. She will only cause you pain. Don't think she loves you, she don't mean it. Just look the other way. She's coming at you, you better run before she leaves your heart in vain. She is cold as ice, deep blue sea, you can't swim in. Better think twice before you dive into that water. What you gonna do when the game is over? When you realize she is not the one, you better put on your socks, your game face on. And I don't give a damn if you're ready or not. Oh, we will start something new, cause the game is over. Nothing left to do when all is said and done. I said put on your socks, your game face on. And I don't give a damn if you're ready or not. I think I told you not to trust her. She's all about that game. Don't go and fall in love with that girl, cause she don't feel the same.
So there's the three artworks that I've just shown you in this video. So we'll do a bit of a close-up. So there's three very simple artworks you can do in the salon. It won't take too long. So there's the concept. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video as well, and also hit the bell notification to make sure you're notified when I upload another video. Next week will be another Valentine's video, but it'll be a bit more of a difficult design, a little teddy bear that'll take you longer to do, but it'll definitely be worth it. So if you have any suggestions for videos, you can hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, you can also send me a message over on my Instagram and my Facebook. And while you're there, don't forget to give me a follow. I upload a lot of the artworks and everything that I do on there as well. And I also upload additional artworks. So I've just done a step-by-step for this one here. So that'll be going up as well. So keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.